Out of 100 people, only one gets a perfect score. And question number 37? It knocks out 90% of players. Think you can survive all 60? Let's find out, and drop your score in the comments so I know you actually made it. Rules are simple. 60 animal questions, 10 seconds each. No pausing, no cheating. It gets harder as we go, so lock in. Ready? Here we go! Round 1. Warm up. The only mammal that can truly fly? It's the bat, the only mammal that flies, not just glides. Which animal sleeps standing up? The horse. It stays ready to run at any moment. This tiny insect can lift 50 times its own weight. It's the ant, one of the strongest animals alive. Which bird can fly backwards? The hummingbird, the only bird that pulls it off. Count the eagles on your screen. How many did you see? There were 8. Sharp eyes. This animal has no blood at all. It's the starfish. It moves water through its body instead. Which mammal actually lays eggs? The platypus. Half the internet still doesn't believe this one. Master of disguise. It changes color instantly. The chameleon. And fun fact, it's more about mood than hiding. Fastest animal on land? The cheetah. 0 to 100 in just 3 seconds. Find the odd emoji out. Did you catch it? That's 10 down, 30 to go. Quick, remember your score. Round 2. Tricky. What color is a polar bear skin? A polar bear's skin is actually black. Under all that white fur, it's jet black to soak up heat. Which bird has the biggest wingspan? The wandering albatross, over 3 meters, wider than a car. This animal can regrow lost body parts. The starfish, lose an arm, grow a new one. Look at the pairs. Which two match? Three and 5. Nice memory. This creature has teeth inside its mouth by the thousands. The snail, tiny teeth all over its tongue. Trained to sniff out truffles? The pig, that nose is worth a fortune. Which shapes fit the silhouettes? Crocodile, hippo, and turtle. Perfect fit. This animal spits when it feels threatened. The llama. Do not annoy one. And this bird can't actually fly. The chicken flaps hard, goes nowhere. Where's the butterfly hiding? Number 2. Halfway done. How's your score holding up? Still with me? Then you're already in the top 20%. Comment your score right now before it gets brutal, because this next round is where most people crash out. If you're still perfect, respect. Let's raise the difficulty. Round 3. Expert. Longest tongue relative to its body? The giant anteater. Its tongue is longer than its own head. Deadliest venom to humans, drop for drop? The blue-ringed octopus. Tiny, beautiful, and there's no antivenom. Strongest punch in the animal kingdom. The mantis shrimp. It hits so fast, it boils the water around it. This bird solves puzzles like a child. The crow. It uses tools and even remembers human faces. Survives in the desert without ever drinking water. The kangaroo rat. It makes water from the food it eats. Which animals wear their skeleton on the outside? Insects. Their armor is on the outside. Thickest skin of any land animal? The rhinoceros, up to 5 centimeters thick. This creature makes its own electricity to hunt. The electric eel, up to 600 volts. Count every hidden snake. How many? 5, and 2 were nearly invisible. This mammal glides between the trees. The flying squirrel. It glides, it doesn't fly. 30 down. Round 4. Legend. This reptile can reproduce with no male at all. The Komodo dragon. Females can clone themselves. Which animal has the strongest bite force? The saltwater crocodile. Jaws like a car crusher. No brain, no heart, but it still hunts. The jellyfish, and it's still deadly. Sleeps up to 22 hours a day. The koala. Its diet gives it almost no energy. Which animal migrates the farthest every year? The Arctic tern. Pole to pole, a full lap of the Earth. This predator hunts using sound alone. The owl. It can catch prey in total darkness. Now, the one 90% get wrong. Which animal has the most hearts? The octopus. It has 3 hearts and its blood is blue. Did you get it? This animal's laugh isn't happiness. The hyena. That laugh is stress, not joy. And no, it's not a cat. Which creature is basically immortal? The immortal jellyfish. It can actually reverse its own aging. The largest animal that has ever existed? The blue whale. Bigger than any dinosaur. Its heart alone is the size of a small car. Round 5. Expert Plus. Which animal has the biggest eyes? The colossal squid. Its eyes are the size of dinner plates. Which animal sleeps with only half its brain? The dolphin. One half stays awake, so it never stops swimming. Which creature has blue blood? The horseshoe crab. Its blood is actually bright blue. Which animal has fingerprints almost identical to ours? The koala. Even experts can mix them up. The largest land animal on Earth? The African elephant. Nothing on land is bigger. Which animal can regrow its own tail? The lizard. It drops the tail to escape, then grows a new one. Which animal has the most legs? The millipede. Some have over 700. Which bird lays the biggest egg? The ostrich. One egg equals about 24 chicken eggs. Which animal never stops growing its whole life? The lobster. It just keeps getting bigger. Which animal can taste with its entire body? The catfish. It's basically a swimming tongue. Still perfect after 50? You're a legend. 10 to go. Round 6. Legend Plus. Round 6. Legend Plus. Which animal can actually run across water? The basilisk lizard. They call it the Jesus lizard. Which insect is the loudest? The cicada. Loud enough to hurt your ears up close. Which animal can see nearly all around itself? The dragonfly. Its huge eyes see almost 360 degrees. Which giant animal is almost completely silent? The giraffe. It barely makes any sound at all. Which animal keeps its heart in its head? The shrimp. Its heart sits right behind its brain. Which bird can sleep while flying? Swift. It can stay in the air for months without landing. Which animal makes square-shaped poop? The wombat. Yes, actual little cubes. Which animal can change from male to female? The clownfish, the same fish from Finding Nemo. Which animal has the largest brain of all? The sperm whale. Its brain is 5 times heavier than ours. And the last question, the fastest animal on the whole planet? Not the cheetah. It's the peregrine falcon, diving at over 380 kilometers an hour. Did it get you? Drop your final score in the comments. So, was it 60 out of 60? Or did question 37 get you too? Whatever your score, drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I'm hunting for the perfect scores. If you made it this far, you're already smarter than most. Hit subscribe, because the next quiz is even harder. Tap the video on your screen, and let's go again.